It did happen, so they better watch again. Nolan Ryan has thrown 7 no-hitters. Last night, he threw 6 unanswered one-hitters on Robin Ventura's head. Ryan holds a lot of records, but this may be a new one. Most punches thrown without getting thrown out.
You got to do what you got to do. If somebody comes at you, what are you going to do?
What Nolan Ryan did before Robin Ventura charged the mound was to assert that, having been in the big leagues since Ventura was in diapers, he had some license. Maybe Ryan was retaliating for Alex Fernandez hitting slugger Juan Gonzalez the inning before. Maybe he was just backing Ventura off the plate. This we do know. Nolan can take care of himself. As any Texas schoolboy will tell you, you don't charge at a man who owns cattle ranches. Quicker than you can say, "Big mistake, little doggy." Ryan had Ventura in a headlock and was giving his noggin a knocking. Then the stampede bowled them over.
You're at the mercy of the rest of those guys because you're down on the ground and you're immobilized. You can't move. I couldn't even breathe, you know, and at that point in time, I just want to get off the bottom of the pile.
It surprised me because I've never seen it happen, you know. I think everyone in the league has respect for Nolan.
Well, somebody did challenge Ryan. In fact, 13 years before to the day. Having to wear a brown uniform must have been upsetting enough to Dave Winfield, but getting a whisker pitch from Ryan set him off.
After he took a punch at me, and I realized that, you know, if he had connected, he could have really hurt me. So I took the attitude, if anybody else comes out there, I'm not going to be passive about it because they're coming out with the intent to hurt you, and so you have to protect yourself.
Back to Texas, where the rodeo wasn't over. Blackjack did some yapping. Gene Lamont let loose, and the bull was flying around the ring again.
As Jack McDowell, he was over his mouthing off, and at that time I'd had enough. And if somebody's got something to say, then, you know, don't stand over behind 4 or 5 players and yell at them.
For charging the mound, Ventura got ejected. For punching him in the head 6 times, Ryan was not. For not being discreet in protesting the discrepancy, Lamont got the heave-ho. What he missed was Ryan's best performance of the season, a 5-2 win in which he retired 12 of the last 13 men he faced. Texas is back within 5.5 of West leading Chicago, and the legend wants everyone to remember what Robin Ventura found out the hard way. The Texas Rangers always get their man.
We're going to battle all the way, and we have to do what it takes for us to be competitive, and that's just the way we're going to play ball.
Ryan may have been giving away age, but he had Ventura on height, weight, and Ks, not to mention KOs. Although he escaped punishment last night, Ryan still may get slapped by the American League office. That would be the first hand to be